Hi, my name is Jon Bailey. I do the voice for Honest Trailers. I'm a 6-year professional voice actor. Done 1,000 jobs plus. I've done 100 plus real movie trailers. I've been in several video games, mainly the XCOM franchise, and a dozen indie games. I'm going to be in a brand new game that will be announced at E3 as far as I know, but I can't talk about that yet. I do a lot of voice matching for other actors and movie trailers and TV stuff. And yeah, I've been the voice of some games, some toys. I've done the voice for a lot of commercials, an audiobook, a documentary, did like pretty much everything except for network animation, which I'm still working on. My favorite Honest trailer is probably Pacific Rim because I kind of helped write a little bit on that one. The story was that they felt like something was missing when we first put it together, and I was like, we're missing the whole thing about the drift, where they have to be compatible. But three different times during the film, there's one guy operating the thing by himself, and the fact that they have to be related or something to be drift compatible, and it's just two perfect strangers. It's like, man, how do we miss that part? So we kind of ironed that all out between and it was really cool to be part of the writing process, which I don't normally get to do. Usually I just read the script and I kind of improvise as I go along. Sometimes they use the improvised stuff, sometimes they don't. So. Oh, the favorite line from Pacific Rim. Oh, look, a doggy. I think it was something to that effect. I don't remember. We've done a lot of these things, so. Oh, man, I don't think I have it. I think just my favorite, just the catchphrase is "Beebs," because we get that one. That I didn't create the boobs, and it's boobs, B-E-W-B-S, not B-O-O. We don't say boobs, we say boobs. But we, the predecessor was got called into active duty. He was in the military, so he only did like 12 of them, and they had. There's so far, I believe, don't hold me to this 100%, but I believe there's been 4 voices total. I'm pretty sure that the creator did the first one. He says he didn't. He might have been somebody else, but it sounds a lot like him. Maybe he was just embarrassed. I don't know. And then after that, they had this other guy who was in the military to do like 12 of them. And then they used one actor for Avatar. And I think they hired a professional just because they wanted to make it sound like a real movie trailer, but fans didn't like it. And then they had me come along, and I started with Lord of the Rings, and I've been doing it for over 2 years now. I've done over 100 with the movie trailers, and we're catching up very quickly with Honest Game trailers. So yeah, I forget what the question was. Oh, I remember my point. We added the abs and the balls. Those were added in. So the original, the guy who did the other 12 came up with the boobs, kind of saying it weird, and then I added in abs and balls. So yeah. So we've kind of expanded from boobs to abs and balls. That's how far we've come. Movie, no, but I'm a big Doctor Who fan. I've been wanting to do a Doctor Who, but doing TV shows is so difficult. That's a lot of work, not on my end, but on the editor's end, because we have a head writer, that's Spencer Gilbert, and then we have the head editor, that's Dan Merle. Merle, I always have trouble with that one. Merle. And yeah, because when you take a TV show, especially one that's been on since the 70s or 60s or whatever, that's a lot of footage to go through just for the writing alone, and then the editing. Are you kidding me? It's like crazy hours of editing. Because we did Walking Dead, Game of Thrones, and there's one other one coming out that we finally did another TV show. Because TV shows, there's just so much stuff to go through. So, but there's so many fans that watched Honest Trailers are Doctor Who fans as well. Get a lot of Doctor Who comments for me to read at the end. So yeah, kind of as a Doctor Who fan, I'm kind of like, man, I really wish we could do this, but I understand why we don't, because that's a lot of work. And those guys, they don't have time. I get a lot of gross comments that we don't pick, but it's always stick your P in a V, or it's weird stuff that I would we try to keep it. We try to keep it PG-13. Not a request, but the line on the line on the 50 Shades of Grey. That was our 100th, was 50 Shades of Grey, and we did Dan wrote the line, "Speaking of buttholes," and for some reason I couldn't. Normally I don't break. I'm really good at not breaking, but we got to "Speaking of buttholes," and I just could not quit laughing because I wanted to automatically smile and laugh. It took me at least a dozen tries to get through that one line, because we were talking about this, but we're talking about the dude because he's an ass. And then we get to butthole, and I just couldn't get over butthole. It's just a funny word. I don't know. Yeah, I do. I have a lot of characters that I like to do, but that I'm not the original voice of, but I do it really well. I do Optimus Prime really well. That I'm not the original voice of Optimus Prime, obviously. But yeah, that's the voice that got me inspired to pursue the career. So, yeah, I love that character, and I love getting asked to do that. Christopher Walken's voice is one I'm pretty good at, sounding, not necessarily an impression, but sounding like just like him. Okay. Christopher, we must leave the party. We are no longer welcome here.
I don't know. Prime. It's crazy. There's so many girls here, and I haven't got all the digits for later on tonight. I'm gonna get my groove on. Come on.
Yeah, I get to promote myself now. What? Yeah, I have my own YouTube channel. Believe it or not, nobody knows it exists. But I've got 74,000 subscribers, but I'm slowly growing it. And I do movie reviews and the movie trailer voice. It's not exactly the same as Honest Trailers because you're actually getting an honest opinion about a film from the guy who works on movie trailers. And I do those every Tuesday. On Thursdays, I do something called Imitation Gaming, where I have a character from the game or a character relevant to a game playing their own game.
For instance, I do Sir Ian McKellen doing Shadow of Mordor. And you shall not skip this cutscene.
And do John Madden playing Madden, man, because, you know, John Madden, you got to get the football and you put the button down there and you're passing. And then here's a guy who's going to drink Gatorade during the cutscene and then get the football, and that's a touchdown. So, yeah, do that thing. And it's fun because you get to, I'm not a great gamer, but you get an entertaining video. It's an excuse to do one of my impressions, and it's, you know, it's entertaining. And I'm really good at adding in funny little clips and things. I'm getting there. I also do a lot of, if you're interested in voiceover, I do basic introduction. I do a lot of interviews with some voice actors you would know called Voiceover 101. So there's a lot of free information there for if you want to find out about a voiceover. And digital shorts. I've always been, you know, improvisational, sketch comedy kind of guy. Come up with some funny stuff. So I do Tuesday, Thursday, Saturdays. It's youtube.com/Jon3.0, Jon, 3, Jon, 3PNT0. But if you look up Jon Bailey on YouTube, you can find me pretty easy. And yeah, so it's a lot of cool stuff that's nobody even knows about. It's like a secret. No one knows it exists until now. We're rolling for now. We're about to roll out. You're watching Super Comic Guru 9000, the sexual tyrannosaurs of anime reviews.